Lab demanded I go over my required time to swap my SIM card to Lab's router, so it cost them thousands before I start. I should say the manager I mentioned frequently made irrational and uninformed demands of those under them and expected them to be executed immediately with minimal question. To keep this post shorter, I won't list all the instances I still remember, but just the revenge part. While back, I was working at a lab that only had internet access by a cellular router. It was a pretty good connection and allowed for nice upload-download speeds over the weekends when no one was on it, so people liked to save their data transfers for Friday afternoon. The main lab internet had unlimited data plans, but when all staff were on-site it would be slow, and some would complain, especially if people started their data transfers early. In addition to the main connection, some people such as myself had a personal lines and routers. Mine had a limited plan, 3 GB per month, since I was just using it for infrequent remote SSH sessions. It was a Friday afternoon, and I was already over my 40 hours, unpaid since salary, so I packed up and was walking out the door. As I walked out the door, a manager demanded I stay to put more different SIMs into the router to see how data transfers were impacted over the weekend and speeds during the week. I explained we didn't have unlimited SIMs available, and if we did activate one, it would take time to get a connection. So they said to use the one assigned to me since I wouldn't need it for the weekend, and I can activate a new one to be ready when I came back in. I told them it was a limited plan, and before I could explain anything else, they said to just do it. So I activated myself a new one, put the limited plan SIM into the main lab's router, and left for the weekend, knowing there would be large data transfers that weekend. Well, Monday comes, and the manager never says anything about it, and neither did I. A few more days pass, and they asked me to check out the data usage speeds on the SIM. I gave them the numbers and found of the nearly 2 TB of data moved, almost 700 GB was on that 3 GB limited plan. What they didn't let me explain was that the limited plans have a $10 GB overage fee. So this demand cost nearly $7,000 in a week. After this, the manager was much more receptive to her underlings' input. TLDR, annoying manager demanded we use my limited SIM for large file transfers, cost company $7,000 in a few days.